Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Taulantia Campaign. Last time we finished off the war against Oxbioia and their little alliance. Actually, it wasn't really a little alliance, their big alliance, and we brought in a big peace deal as a result. You can see here, glorious Taulantia now spreading across a lot of Illyria. If we look at the Illyria region map mode, it's most of Illyria is now under our control. That's pretty handy. And I was thinking between episodes, did I make the right decision in taking a peace deal this large in the early game? Something I said I was going to try to avoid doing if I could, just to keep the momentum going. We did have to take about a 2.5-year break in the last episode to recover a bit of manpower, but really it's the war exhaustion that I was more nervous about. And I think in the end of the day, I made the right call, mostly because controlling the passageway of Rosidia is so strategically helpful, and I would need to spend 20 political influence to get a claim on Armistia in order to come back here for a third time. And that was the thing that I was having to get to in order to get that siege at Rosidia done. Taking that battle over here, I think it was over here, and losing the manpower from that fight, inevitably it had to happen. I would have rather... essentially what I'm trying to say is, after reflecting on it, I made the right call trading the manpower for control of this territory, and ultimately, because we had to wait to get this territory, it made sense to just take the whole thing in a peace deal. If I hadn't taken it in a peace deal, and I'd taken a more limited peace deal just to get Brucheium, and to not even get a border with Dueria or Latobiki, although I guess I do have one through the Liburnian holdings, either way, a very targeted peace deal just to get decision land wouldn't have really made sense at that point, and I think that getting Rosidia made sense at that point. So all in all, not the cleanest war in the universe, but we did manage to defeat 4 enemies and made very good use of Dardania as our... now we can beat up by this horde. Oof. We made good use of Dardania. Of course, now we are ally-less, and we can pick a new ally. I think for the war against Chersos, which we're now in a position to start once we get our troops up, which I'll go ahead and start doing now. Turn my maintenance on. I will turn my fleet maintenance on for this war, because this is going to involve a lot of naval stuff, and our fort maintenance as well. We're still actually in the green, so that's pretty good. Now, something that's not pretty good when I was looking at my provinces here is a lot of their loyalty is now a little worse. Fortunately, Liburnia is actually stable. That's the one that's very low because of changing the regional capital around. But the others are... things are looking bad, but that's just because of my low stability. That population happiness effect is very severe. But it is on the up and up. And I think we're not quite ready to invoke Dewodio again. Actually, I think we did reset it, so we could... No, we didn't. It's still... yeah, it's still not ready. Another thing I also realized is that I forgot to do something I said in the first episode that I'd be doing on cooldown. See if any of you remember this, which was the War Council. Now, I actually haven't needed any War Council claims, and this is of questionable use when you already have the amount of claim micro that I've been doing. But I think starting in 470, 1st of October 470, I will start actually using this on cooldown. I basically missed one round of it like I did with the Omens. But the War Council can give you helpful claims. A claim on something like Apollonia might have been handy earlier, but not a huge deal that I haven't been able to go after Apollonia quite yet. So all that being said, let's finally get our stuff going here. Still only at 4 out of 4. But this will hopefully start to increase as our population converts. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this going. I think I'll have the Illyrian forces raise over here and get on the boats and just come to Chersos immediately. Now I need Korikin is specifically what I need, but I'll have to take the actual fort at Chersos to do that. And I'm thinking this is going to be a more limited quick war. If I can just get Korikin and end the war super fast, that's going to be my goal. If Korikin and just getting this peace deal isn't possible or takes too long and I have to siege down the other city-states, I will possibly go for more of a full annexation, but the target is just Korikin / Chersos, because I have to get this fort to get Korikin, I think, because they do border each other. But if I have to fully annex them to end the war, I won't not do it, but that's not my goal from the forefront. So let's go ahead and get our forces here. I think I'll just raise my forces at Kisa and have the ships carry them over. These guys over here. And then my other forces, Bylis, and I guess I can raise them anywhere in my Macedonian holdings here. Let's raise them at Rabion. And we'll have... Actually, hold on. You stay there. The Bylist forces will get picked up. Set this up here. Not sure if I need to do this, but probably good that I do this. And then you, same thing. You can just walk over to Rezone. Actually, no. Walk over to Salthua. Here's my thinking here. If they're in Salthua, this force will be a 2K force that gets raised. It can either go into Nerona, it can go into Rhizon, which then means going into Ascribian. Although actually they do... Well, they can back up, I guess. Or they can go into Salthua. So I'm protecting the one spot that they could potentially escape through. So let's go to Salthua and hang out there. This force here is going to get on the boats and come with me over to this area, because I probably want to take a 4,000 v 2,000 landing attack at Chersos is probably what I'll do there. So that's the plan. Before I unpause, though, anything else I need to do? I already did my omen at the previous episode, so that's fine. Anything else I need to be concerned with? I did already set up my colony at Inona. I still think Inona is a pretty good future capital location. It is, to be fair, fairly northerly for where my territory is now, but it's also not very northerly in the grand scheme of the Illyria region. All this being land that is sort of my monarch's domain. Because, of course, the other thing about having the Illyrian land is that's where the monarch has their governorship. And so if I am careful, as I've been, to have a good monarch lined up, I'll be taking the most advantage of this land. And like I said last episode, Liburnia does have probably the best coastal area terrain, because the other coastal provinces I could consider, I guess it's just Histria. And is Histria any good? Histria does have a couple good farms locations down here, but other than that, it's pretty rocky and mountainous. At least Liburnia, even though it does have this sort of mountainous stuff, it's not, I guess, Splounon is mountains, but not super, super bad. And to be fair, 3 farmland tiles is pretty good. I think that Illyria Graeca has 3 farmland tiles. Yeah, Lysos. No, it is 4 with Apollonia. But for the reasons I've said before, Illyria Graeca, it's way too far south to be a good capital location for the Illyria region. So I think that's what we'll do there. Anyways, I think we're looking good now. I don't want to stay paused for too long. But I guess I'll quickly take a look at my population, because it is the 1st of October. I have a lot of slaves. I do need to start moving some slaves around sooner or later, but I'm not quite ready yet to transition to importing for the modifiers. I don't want to get vegetables imported before I move my slaves everywhere. Plus, I don't have any slave resource production buildings constructed yet. I don't really have the economy to facilitate that. Okay, I think we have everything we need. I could fortify Lusaba ahead of the war in the north, but that's way too much money for that. It's not going to be super critical. Splounon does a fairly good job protecting this area anyways. Splounon really is a really strategically phenomenal place, because it protects both its location and also it protects the Lusaba location, because, not literally, but it blocks people from going through Beloia, because they have to go back into Splounon. So I'm going to keep this fort, even though it's going to be in the middle of Illyria once things are done. It's just a phenomenal spot to have a fort. Yeah. Okay, I think we're all looking good. I guess one last thing I'll quickly check, just because this is my little pet thing that I check, is... Yeah, these people are furious. Here in Epidomnos, cultural assimilation, 1.04% per month. That's fairly okay. I'm okay with that. Sadly, there's no city building that I can think of that gives you assimilation speed. I think... Is it the theater? Yeah, theater gives you assimilation, but that you can't build that until you have gradual economic integration, which I don't remember where that is in the tech tree, but it's around there somewhere. I'm not going to build any improvements on Epidomnos at the moment. Again, we need to save our money for forts and for other costs, so let's actually resume 10 minutes into this friggin' episode. Holy moly. Sorry about the delay, but you know me. I am always making delays. All right, here we go. We're also building the city in Inona. That's right, I just remembered. I've noticed that in the corner there. I really should rewatch the previous episodes before I make these recordings. As you can tell, I reloaded the game between sessions, because it's a newer session. A newer session. This session is newer than the previous one. Language, I speak it, maybe. Okay. Epirus is allied Corkyra, that's interesting. Also, something I need to start doing is keeping an eye on what Rome's up to, because I don't border them any more than I did before, really, but I am now definitely more across the sea from them, because more, yeah. You understand what I'm saying here. They are fighting the... Okay, they're fighting the Italian Gauls. That's what they're doing. That is to be expected. Fair enough. Alright. Get on the boats. We don't have a port around here quite yet, and the Ionona city build is not going to be done for a year or so that's fine. You're in position, and we got the very good general in charge of you, so that is totally fine. Actually, this is a complete non sequitur, but do you have kids yet? No. And your brother is blind, right? Oh, I'm so tempted to just make Cyrus the heir, because he has kids, he's got good stats. Yes, he's a huge jerk, but he's in mourning, that's right. But self-controlled isn't the worst thing. Local pop growth is a little annoying, but the extra zeal is nice, I guess. How's his wife? Oh, he's got the really good wife with she's got good zeal, super good martial. Oh no, she's dead. Okay, never mind. He doesn't have the very... Maybe that's why he's in mourning, actually. I should probably get him another wife, actually. Hold on. And I don't know I'm doing this right as I'm about to start the war. People are probably annoyed at me. You'll just have to wait. Love comes first. Love and then war. That's the order here in Taulantia that we observe. Where's all the nice martial women? Right? Come on, fellas. You get what I'm saying? I need me a woman who knows how to stab people with a spear. That's what I want here in the ancient age. None of them in my family. Can I like do this in some other fashion? I think there's a seek spouse scheme I can do. I need to pay 10. I think I might go for this, honestly, because he's not doing any schemes right now. So next 10 influence, because I don't... do I have a claim set up for you guys? No, I don't, do I? Shoot. I'll get to the... I'll get a claim going, and then I'll do the seek scheme. Because I don't think I have any more in-house wives, as it were, to give him. That's assuming I even want to make him heir, which could just be... May not be the right call. I'm not entirely sure what's going to make the most sense. Hello, what's this? Latovicia is invading Iapodia. That's fine, honestly, because this means my war against Latovicia and Dueria will potentially involve just getting this land too, which is great. Because this will be the last war I do, because they have Clandate and Segestica, which is going to be the last 2 locations I need. And so at that point, may as well just full annex, if I can, all the Illyrian land. Okay, so I think what we'll do is declare the war and do a quick landing on Chersos, possibly stopping them from actually raising their force. And if they want to walk over after raising it in Fort Chiron or whatever, that's totally fine. Alright, let's go for it here. Declare war. They're going to call in Issa and Epidaurus. That's exactly what I expect. Now, I should note as well that, as it turns out, my forts here along the coast protect me from Issa pretty well. Nerona blocks people coming from Corcyra, Melena, and Trigorian blocks people coming from Pharos, and Nerona actually also blocks people coming from Pharos on this direction, because Idesis gets funneled into the Nerona fort, so we should be in the clear, any way that you look at it. Oh, hold on. Should I get an ally before I do this war? I could ally Istria and bring them in. Actually, no, I can't, because... Well, actually, no, I can, because they are distracted right now. Are they in this fight? Hold on. Can I see who's here? Senia, Polai. I don't think I can tell from this. They're in the war. I just can't tell if their men are in this fight. That's annoying. I'm not sure I will be able to tell. Istria may not be the right person anyways, because they're also a target I'll get on after the Northern War. Maybe Veneto would be a good ally to have, but they're not really bordering me enough quite yet. Then again, I could... Having them be my ally would help distract the Latobicians and the Durians. Maybe Cotinia could be a good ally. Who are they fighting? They're fighting these guys. Oh, I think I talked about these guys being potential allies. Because the thing is, I don't need them to help me fight that much. I just need them to distract the enemy. And these guys would border the Northern Illyrians really well and serve that distraction role very well. They're probably not going to lose the war against Erkunyate, because Erkunyate is fighting for its life against its 2 neighbors it's sandwiched between. Are you in Illyria at all? I think you're completely not in Illyria. Hold on. Is that Illyrian land? You have a little bit of Illyrian land, which I don't like at all. But that being said, well, I don't really want to have an ally who's in Illyria at all. And I guess Erawiskia does border Latovikia, but if I ally either of them, they could drag me into the war against Irkuniate, which I guess I could just join, but then I get war exhaustion. That's the issue. I could ally Carnia directly. That might be better, because I don't think these guys are in anyone's crosshairs, and they would definitely distract Latovikia. I think I'll do that after my war against the Greeks. I don't want to get these guys and their army out of position, because these guys are going to distract Latovikia super well. So I think we're good there. Okay. Let's go ahead and declare the war. I don't think I need an ally for this war, honestly. Should be fine, he says, with nervousness. All right. Chersos, Issa, and Epidaurus have rallied together to defend. In we go. Everybody in. I think we're going to get some blockade war score. Yep, that's good. We just need to basically siege down Chersos, and then we win the war. We don't need to do anything except for that. Actually, I think I'll keep this guy here defensively in the forest, because I don't want to take manpower losses I don't need to. This is going to be a manpower conservative type war. Everybody's favorite type. Alright, in we go. Are we gonna... Okay, we got there. You see how fast landing is in this game? Holy jeez. I'm always surprised. I may not have needed to actually raise my Navy morale, but Chersos has a big fleet. And if there's ever a war in the early game to have the Navy for, it's this war against all these Greek maritime city-states. So I think I made the right call. I could even be kind of brave and split this force up and blockade their other ports. Which actually, now that I think about it, I think that all of Issa's ports are in this sea tile, so I could get some insane blockade from that. I'm very tempted to do this. I'm so tempted that I think I will do it. And I think 10 ships should be enough to knock back the 7 ships here. What's the morale like? They don't have their ships paid for anyway, so we should be in the clear. Alright, this force we're going to call Classis 1. Okay, yeah. There we go. Boats, off you go. You have a special mission for me, boats. We're going to assign somebody here. I don't want to do someone from a great family, just somebody who can keep it together. Morale of navies, minus 5%, maybe not. You. 7 marshal, what do we have here? No, but cohort loyalty, that's totally fine. Okay, so this guy here, Aporos Platomenid, this is the Liburnian guy. That's fine for now. He's not going to be a permanent admiral, but just he's going to be in charge of the boats, as it were. So off you go. Okay. Sack of the Asclepios Temple. The great temple in Epidaurus dedicated to... In Epidaurus? Oh, okay. Not my Epidaurus. Oh, this is Epidaurus. Okay. Yeah, this is Epidaurus Illyrius. So this was probably settled as a colony from Epidaurus. Okay. Has been sacked by the forces of Sparta. That's a good sign, I guess, for this war. I guess Sparta can get some opinion of me. That is fine with me. Seems like a good person to get some good relations with. Yeah, these guys are fleeing. They see my force coming in. These guys are gonna go work on Nerona. That's totally fine. I'm not gonna work on Epidaurus Illyrius. I don't want to bother with like the fort siege. I just want to get my decision land and then dip, because I can come back and fight these Greeks later. And also the thing too is the boats are gonna boats. I love that I named them boats. Boats. I'm just gonna stop them here in the sea mare superum, and their like ability to walk between these islands is gonna be all screwed up because of the boats being here. So should be in the clear. All right. Yeah, I don't want to actually siege all this stuff down. Yeah, look at those. That was like 8 war score from just blocking all these ports. Absolute chaos. All right, so they're gonna work on Nerona. Are they? Wait. Yeah, they are. Okay. That's fine. I should win the siege race. I have a couple months on them. I'm not too scared. I guess we'll see. If I get a breach, that'd be handy, but not a huge problem if I don't. Mostly I'm just trying to, again, minimize casualties. We're trying to still recover our manpower even during the war, which is bold. Wait, how can they move around? I'm blocking their... I swear to God. This is so inconsistent. I never know when I am and am not allowed to block. Very annoying. Okay, so now they're getting some more people over here. So this force may need to leave, but they should still be stuck in Nerona, although I think they can go from Nerona into Epidaurus and then up into South Lewis. So I may retreat back into Lucidian if I need to. They can't follow me further than that, I think. Oh, no, they can because they can go through South Lewis. So I might retreat back to, say, Metan, which is protected by a Scribian, if they come my way. So we'll keep an eye on that, because that is my smaller force. Supply shortage. This force is not even in position yet, so we should be fine. Alright. I don't know why I gave this force an Admiral, even, because it's probably not going to need to have one, but just in case. Teriskia wants wood. Okay, I'll trade with Teriskia. Not sure why I had extra wood all of a sudden, but happy to give them my wood. And I do mean it like that. Status quo on the AI siege. Ha! How's that feel, AI? I got supply shortage too, and you got status quo. Sucks to be you. You're gonna work on Inona. That's fine. We should be all good. I don't think I had any low garrisons anywhere for any reason. So yeah, I had 2 years, so I definitely didn't have that going on, which is handy. I'm gonna wait for 20 influence and then get my claim going, probably on Latovikia, because I'll get more bang for my buck. Because claimed land is cheaper in the peace deal, I think. It's a food shortage. Oh my gosh, that was a big amount right there. Holy moly. What am I trying to say here? I will do the War Council in 470. So we'll see. I think I'm getting money from blocking their ports, which is hilarious. 7%. Can we get this very, very lucky quick siege before we even have our next claim ready? Which maybe wouldn't be so lucky. Okay, food shortage though. That's pretty good. Turbulent priests. High Priest Labios Strabinded has made it clear to the priesthood that he can no longer tolerate Glaucius' godless impiety. Wasn't I just being blessed by Hermes last episode? Holy moly. Without the support of the priesthood, the people will start to believe that Glaucius does not have the support of the gods, which would harm our legitimacy. Oh, jeez. Alright, this guy's not very disloyal despite this event, so I think I'll just roll the dice on this one. I don't want to pay, because that's a couple months, right? And in fact, it's a couple years of income. In fact, it's quite a few years of income just for that, so... I mean, it is wartime income, but still, the principle of it. Look at that big Roman fleet. Yeesh. That's a little scary. Now they're fighting Apulia and Messapia, or what's left of them. They're getting close to Syracuse and Carthage, so let's keep an eye on that. When Rome gets into a Punic War, we need to be paying attention, because there might be some way that we can take advantage of that, and we need to be ready. Sacking of Chersos. Alright, so Chersos I don't plan to keep as a fort at all. Got some pops spread out. What do we have here? 8 pops. I think we can probably afford a big sack. Yeah. Sorry, Chersos. Alright, we're just going to stay here because I'm probably going to disband as opposed to keeping them raised. I don't have another claim ready. For the first time, actually, I think, in this whole series, I don't have another claim ready. I actually didn't think this would go so fast. Probably should have had the second claim ready, now that I think about it. Oh well. We'll just take it easy here for a little bit. Let our war exhaustion keep going down. Once this finishes, I guess I could just go for the rest of the war and get this land. But again, there's no need to. I'll get all this land for free. I'll get it all cheaper because it'll all be claimed once I'm Illyria. So literally no reason to go for it now, because I don't need this land on my way to getting Illyria, as opposed to getting this land here, which was critical to reaching the north to get my Illyrian land. So I think it's the right call. All right, just making sure these guys don't win the siege next turn, or next month. They shouldn't. There we go. Out of this deal. Hold on. This UI, I swear to God, it's... All right. Sue for peace. Oh, they won't go for it. Really? I guess we are demanding substantial land. How about I let you keep that? Still no? You kidding me? I think this is more than fair. Oh, they'll go for this, though. I guess this is fine. I don't technically need Chersos either. It'd be nice to have the fort here, but it's not a huge problem. I would have just destroyed the fort and made some money. So I will just literally get Korakin, which I will double-check is the right location for the decision. Yep, that's the right location. So this is going to be the most efficient... This is, I think, the most efficient war. Maybe the first one against Oxwyoia is kind of similar, but we're going to literally just take Korakin and get out of here real quick. So let's go for that. Okay. Korakin to Taulantia. Very good. We now have a location in the history and at the very edge of history here. I might need to fortify this, actually, because if Latovikia borders me, that could cause me trouble. but that is fine. Let's lower our levy, and once we have 20 influence, get a claim going. I think, again, on Latovikia is going to make the most sense. Going to have to go for the Latovikian Qatarian holdings here in Qataria. So, yeah, that's gonna make sense. Okay, so let's lower the forces. Get some war exhaustion back down. We didn't really take that much war exhaustion here, and our manpower was not affected too much. That's also quite good. And our budget will, like this part, go back to extra culture happiness, stop paying my fleet, tell this guy to scram. Oh, I guess I can't. I'll tell him to scram momentarily. Send all of you back over to... Actually, hold on. When is the city being finished? Sometime soon? I want to get my dock built here. I guess they're sieging it, quote-unquote, at the moment still. 13th of October, a couple months. We'll go back to the dock for now. Merge them together. And aside from that, yeah. Let's even stop paying for the forts. Yeah, let's really squeeze some money out of this peacetime. Alright. Good stuff. Although I should actually, I'll just let it play. Yeah, we're fine here. Weirdly, we're actually okay here. Are things starting to improve a little bit? It's kind of evening out, honestly. March of Time. Age finds us all in the end. Even the priests and surgeons shake their heads when confronted with the inevitable decline of the human body, as Glaucius is finding out. He may not have much time left. How sad. He gets, what's this? Diphtheria? That's not great. Okay, so Glaucius is beginning to get ill. We're so close to forming a leader. He's 71. Will he live to see his dream fulfilled? I don't know if it's really his dream specifically, but the dream he probably is sympathetic to. I think it might be doable. And so in terms of, let's plan out, let's take the rest of this episode to plan out the war in the north. So all we need is Clondate and Segestica. And is that own or control? I think it's own. Yeah, we have to own it. So Clondate is in the Dueria province, and Segestica's in Qataria. I would be fine, even though I'd be fighting these people, to just literally grab Clondate, add Praetorium or Vladasis, and then Segestica, and then sort of end it there, right? And end the war early, because I don't need to get all this northern land right away. I need to kind of go back and start to clean out locations that I've been leaving, such as the Greek city-states, such as Apollonia, shore up the stuff I'm already there next to, and then we can come back to the north. Now, especially because, yeah, there's so much land, because these places, the Corican, Segestica, Clondate, they're all on the very southern edges of these three sort of northerly provinces, so another reason to go for that. Alright, things are looking good. I think I'll just leave Corican unfortified. I'll probably just attack Latovikia from Corican and from Liburnia, so we should be fine. Alright, how are we doing? Still only 4. We have some Taulantians. I think we have some Taulantians spread around here. That's pretty good. Need my growth to give me some more Taulantians, please. Okay, 20. Okay, let's go for Latovikia. Oh, they're fighting Istria now. Oh, I knew about that. Yeah, that's right. These guys are regional power, so no defensive leagues. That's pretty good. One more reason that attacking Latovikia, or claiming Latovikia, not claiming Dueria, may make more sense, because Latovikia can't enter a surprise defensive league. Okay, so this will be the last claim of the early game here. Let's claim Qataria, so that's handy. That's the one we need, because that's the one that borders us at Ankos. Yeah. And the nice thing, too, is this war here, the entire Duerian section that borders me is protected by Splaunon, so I can completely ignore this front and enter here from Corican and from Ankos, and I think I'll do it like that, because I actually want Dueria to be distracted by Splaunon. Splaunon's a really great fort location, if I haven't made that clear. I'm loving it. Absolutely. Look at this devilish manpower. Always love that. Alright, looks like Latovikia wants military access. I'm going to hard decline that one. No way. I'm not sure why they want that. They seem to be... Oh, probably to go after Istria. The coming of the city of Ainona. Our extensions of new privileges and investments into the local infrastructure have seen Ainona grow from relative humility into a true Taulantian city. While it still has some way to go before it can rival the great cities of our age, the past 2 years have ushered in a new era of growth and urbanization in this territory. It'll produce glass! Whoa! Holy moly, that's really good. Because the game picks, I think, a random... I don't know if it's random. It may be hard-coded, but in my experience, it seems to be random. A random luxury good to give the city to produce. Glass is phenomenal. Wow, that's really lucky. That's a very good sign for our future capital. I think I have decided. I'm so happy about the glass that I think I'm going to go for it. I'm also going to go ahead and build a port here. Or I will once I have... Why can I not build the port? What am I looking at here? Port. Oh, it's just loyal. That's right. So I have to wait for it to be loyal. I'll build a port once it's loyal. But I think that Ainona will be the capital. And once we get more territory in the north, it'll look a bit less on the border. But yeah, that's our first city right there. Pretty pleased with that. Heck yeah. And it's pretty populous, honestly. Are we looking at... okay, yeah, so the dominant culture is still Taulantian. That's pretty handy. So that is in our future at some point. Oh, no! Wrong, no. That's the wrong one. You're the wrong guy. Okay, hold on. Why didn't... Hold on. It's so annoying. It, like, locked him in for longer. Okay, I don't want this guy to be my... Actually, hold on. Is this... No, this is the same guy. This is the right guy. It just... It kept the wrong name. Okay, so we're fine. So let's rename this. Fastest one. I'm actually gonna proactively name it Classes 1 Ainona, just so that we all are on the same page about Ainona being the future capital. Yeah. It's just temporarily living in Epidomnos now. And honestly, Epidomnos, it never felt like my real capital. It's just full of Greeks. Or, I mean, I guess I'm kind of Greek too, but, you know, proper Greeks, not Illyrian, Greek-speaking Illyrians. You know what I mean. We're all on the same page about that. Germans want glass? Heck yeah, I'll trade with the Germans. Anyone who saw the Taulantia campaign knows how I feel about trading with the Germans. I'm all for it. Alright. Extra expansion is not even too bad from that war. That's the other thing, too, is getting... like, the other effect of taking claimed land, or land that you have a claim on, is that you do get less severe aggressive expansion from the peace deal, so we want to make sure it doesn't get too bad, because it does have some issues for things like stability, which we're trying to get cleaned up here. Things are looking pretty good here, honestly. War exhaustion will be in the clear before the Latobician War, which I'd be fine just taking a quick peace deal on, but if I see the opportunities just to get it all in the first war, I guess I might go for it, but I really think I don't need to rush on that. Once I am Illyria, I have all that... Okay, yeah, they just finished their war there. That's pretty handy. Yeah, although them getting that fort is a little irritating. It is what it is. Not too much I can do about that. 1st of June, 468. We'll just kind of look around in the meantime. How are the Antigonids doing? Looks like they had their guy die. Okay, yeah, so, oof. I think this may have happened last episode, actually, now that I think about it. I think I remember seeing this. But Antigonids are having some trouble. What about Macedon? You've got Alexandros the fifth Antipatrid. He's in charge. Okay, how about over here? You got Neoptolemus is in charge. Okay. They may be called in if Corkyra's called in as a defensive league partner. I think that might allow them to be called in as an ally. I don't remember how that works. It's so mysterious, this game. Who can say? Now, should I fortify Corkyran? It's not the worst place to fortify in the universe because it does block off access to Chersos, and it's in this kind of like, you know, passageway, but it's not going to be on the frontier for very long. Not too concerned about that. I guess they also annexed the Italian Gauls, or they annexed the what are they called, the Senones. So that's good for them. I should probably consider something with Rome, because they would actually ally me if I were to ask them. That's an interesting idea, and actually being Rome's friend in this game may be handy, as I can sort of grab all the Illyrian stuff they would have gone for anyways. And maybe if I'm really bold, even the Cisalpine Gallic stuff, because if I'm their ally, they may not break an alliance to go after a claim they get from their super powerful mission tree. And being Rome's friend gives me a way into possibly sacking super, super rich African cities from in the Punic Wars. They haven't started their first Punic War yet, and I kind of wouldn't mind going in to get some of the money locked up in the Syracuse cities, or even the Carthaginian ones. But that's probably a little too ambitious. I need to form Illyria first, and consolidate power locally before I do stuff like that. I'm not going to be too bothered by that. The other thing, too, is it better to be friends with Rome early on and piggyback off of their extremely strong AI? Or it's not the AI, it's not that the AI is better, it's that the AI has better tools to work with, because it's playing with the Rome nation. Or do I focus on actually trying to, oh my gosh, Getea, that needs to stop. Or do I try and prevent Rome from growing too powerful by striking at them while they're still in their early game? Like, I definitely couldn't take on Rome directly. Not sure anybody could. They even have well, I guess they have the same size of navy as me, but they also have 3 military tech. I think I only have 1 military tech. Hold on, what's my tech thing? Yeah, they have a lot of advantages. Rome has a gigantic citizen and even noble population early on, and very rich land. It's just a good time when you're Rome, basically. And I like some of this land. This is some nice land, but it's not going to be easy to take. The other way to approach this is during their first war with Carthage, which we should definitely keep track of to see when that starts. I could ally Carthage, potentially, and come in to fight Rome as Carthage's ally. But Carthage would have to actually want to ally me, and they're not super into me at the moment, which is understandable. Border distance isn't helping that. We'll see what happens in the future. Tribal proposition. Our tribal neighbor Duria has started investing a lot of... Okay, we've seen this event before. Going to be getting some money, and Leusaba gets some bonuses. That's nice. Happy to take that. Sorry, I forgot to turn my phone off vibrate. Let's fix that there. Very good. Epirus is just furious no matter what I do. Epirus, what am I going to do with you? Getia is annexing everybody. Getia's not that far away from me now, honestly, which is alarming, to say the least. But I think I'll be ready for them. Are they being invaded by someone? No. Once Getia starts fighting, yeah, because they border Scythia. If they start fighting the Bosphorans, we should be in the clear, because they'll be too distracted to do too much. All right, war exhaustion is capped out now, but I don't have my next war ready. Whoops. I should have been a bit more precise there. That's fine. Egypt want to do anything more with me? Oh my gosh, Egypt. Calm down, Egypt. Holy moly. Fighting. They're allies with Blemia. That makes sense. I'm going to ask them for military access. I don't need military access from them, but it could be handy to dock my ships over here if I ever need to. I don't think I would. Inona prospers. The Council of Inona has sent an envoy proclaiming that harvests, trade, and taxation have all produced a huge surplus this year. In a splendid show of national spirit, they've decided to offer the additional income to the state. Perhaps we could let them spend the money on their own uses. Okay, so we can get a couple things here. Get 20 gold, which is admittedly around 10 years, 10 years, holy moly, around 9 months or 10 months of income. We could get 2 citizens in Inona, which is actually probably the best call, because getting free Taulantian citizens is nothing to sneeze at. Glaucius can get a bit of popularity. He's actually doing okay right now, and Liburnia gets some good bonuses. Now, actually, the extra loyalty in Liburnia could be nice, given that Liburnia is currently disloyal. And things are improving, but it's very gradual. So this would be a big boost to that, but it's not going to get us to 33 much faster. And alternatively, yeah, so this is the best short-term... No, this isn't even the best option. This is the best short-term option. This is probably the best long-term option. Oh, I really want those citizens, though. I'd be increasing the local citizens in my future capital by quite a lot. But if they're not happy, and I can't do anything with the province, it doesn't matter anyways. Let's go for this. I want the extra loyalty in Liburnia. Yeah, let's go for that. Yeah. Gonna boost that loyalty up. Okay, how's Etruria doing? They're fighting the Italian Gauls now. Look at that. That's crazy. Okay, so do I want to actually ally... I think I'll ally Carnia just before I start the Latobician War to avoid them dragging me into some sort of war before that. When's this? 1st of May? I think November I'll turn my all my various upkeeps back on, just so I don't accidentally not have it at full when we start the war. Okay, things are finally settling here. Well, not down here, but a little bit up here. Duaria is finally... I mean, Duaria is just this part here, so not a huge problem. That is just one location. The less settlements you have in one province, the more severe these things can be, because the settlements kind of average out over time. Put 19 in Liburnia. History I might be fine to switch over, but I'm also going to conquer more into Historia later, so I'm going to leave it alone. Yeah, I think those are all we'll do in December. Those are probably all the right policies to have. Okay. Glaucius holding on here. He's getting real old, but we're almost there, Glaucius. Just hold on. If he doesn't make it, that's okay, but it would be kind of nice for Glaucius to see the end of this whole ambition. The old king. I mean, he was already old when we started this crazy ride, but he's made it pretty far. He's on the cusp of his people becoming the Illyrian hegemons, and I'm sure he's pleased about that. He's a founder, after all, so it's in his character to have those ambitions. So I'm not going to turn my fleet on. I don't need my fleet for this. Latavicia did take over... It didn't actually take over a port, though, so they don't have any ships anyways, and they wouldn't have had time to build them, so we'll keep the fleet off. I don't think I need... Well, I guess I do need to bring my fleet to carry guys over, but we could just do that now. Turn my forts on and get my levies going. Raise the Violus levy. Once I have Apollonia, or once I have anything in Epirus, I'll be able to raise the Greek levy. Like Corcyra would be a great spot to raise the levy, because it's right on the water. Let's see here. I'll bring both these guys up by boat, and then let's head in from Ankos. I should have actually... I'll just drop the guys off in Corcyra. No, actually, hold on. I should have raised these guys in Corcyra. That was wrong. That was a mistake. I'll just bring them over with the boats. That's fine. Come to the coast. Alright. Let's make sure here that we are paying for things that we need to pay for. Yep, looks like it. Okay. Are you... Okay, same deal. Crixus Apaticus is his name. And being annexed by me is his game. Just tell all these guys about envelopment. I don't know if this is the right approach, by the way, picking the same tactic with the best efficiency, but it's worked for me so far. Really, the goal is just not fight anybody anyways, so this is just in case we bump into somebody. Alright, on the boats. Pick these guys up. Alright. Come over here. Yeah, I think Glaucius will work on the siege at Senia, and the other two will enter in through Rhytinium. Rhytinium, there's no fort over here anyways. The closest fort is Anduatonia. I might actually hang out in Ankos until they come in to work on Splounon. I want them to work on Splounon and not have to fight them in the field. So we'll see what ends up happening there. But I think we should be good. Yeah, up we come. A lot of money stored up now, that's pretty good. War exhaustion is fine. Stability is getting better, so that's pretty good. Let's be careful with our stability from now on. It's a bit reckless earlier, and this caused a lot of trouble, but things are looking pretty solid, all things considered. It's probably fastest to go here. Switch these forces around. I should have just raised them at Korrikan, but I learned my lesson. and it's all okay. Head up to Ankos. All right. Oh, these guys are fighting Syracuse now. Okay, so I was expecting the Syracusan War to start soon, so here they go. Once they take on Syracuse, the First Punic War is not far behind, so we need to keep an eye on this fairly closely. There might be some sort of opportunism we can do. With Rome's armies down in Sicily, we may have some opportunity to do some sort of quick war on Rome to just ransack their towns, but that'd probably be too risky at this point. We're too early game for that. Ooh, 3 stability. I'll take it. Yes, please. You head to Corcyran. 18th of March. That's fine. And now you can just return to my closest port, which is all the way back in Epidomnus. Back you go. I don't think I need the boats around here for anything. Should be fine. Morale is full. Alright, we are ready for probably next month, unfortunately. Military tradition. Look at that. Okay, we have a couple options. We can get Celtic traditions, which we were allowed to get in the previous campaign. So let's take a look at all of our options. So siege ability 10%. That one is definitely pretty appealing. That's just a flat bonus. That's pretty good. Hit and run tactics and forest combat bonus. There are a lot of forests. Oh, hello. There are a lot of forests actually in this area we're about to fight in, so that might be handy for this specific war. But we also have the very strong Greek traditions, both polis and kingdom. We can get a bunch of freemen in, weirdly, just 2 random spots, and 5% morale of armies. That's very strong, just as a flat bonus. And recruit mercenary cost minus 15% is pretty good. What about over here? We get a exceptionally high martial character gets generated. And we get some bonuses for experience, okay? Or light cab morale. Now, I do have a lot of light cab in my army, don't I? Yeah, we have a fairly large amount of light cab, so that's not nothing. I think of all of these, the morale bonus plus the extra freeman is nice, but really it's the morale bonus that's quite good. And this does allow us to go for things like there's a couple of good options around here. I think let's see here. Yeah, there's some crazy stuff for sure. Or the siege one, because honestly, sieging has been such a big part of the early game, and I guess it's a big part of this whole game. This does give us access to some good bonuses for heavy infantry as well. Plus, Italic traditions could be quite good. We're gonna hopefully expand into Italy at some point. Ship damage could be good, and ship recruit speed could be good. Also, more siege ability down here. I don't really need a high martial character right this second, so I might hold off until I have a need for that. This is a genuinely tough call. Let's go for the straightforward morale of armies. That's probably better than just light cav morale, because I don't have a just light cav army. 5% total morale versus 10% light cav morale. I think this is still probably the better pick. So, arms for hire. The Diadochi, despite or perhaps due to their fractious bickering, were possessed of wealth beyond the dreams of most nascent monarchs. As such, mercenary cohorts were often available in the regions around these Greek despots. Alright, let's get that there. Good stuff. So we're going to advance to the Greek pole. Is that what it's called? Hold on. Greek polis tradition. Fair enough. Alright, one more month to go, and then we'll be able to launch the war, which is quite exciting. Things are improving here. I don't want to go to harsh treatment because that would cause too much damage to the province. I don't really want to do that. Harsh treatment is only for emergencies or for provinces you don't really want to develop right away. I want to develop my Nona super soon, so I'm not going to do that. Claim is ready. Let's go for it. So they are still only allied to Dueria. I think this is the... Oh, hold on. Now you're fighting some people, so I can't ally... Although you're now not fighting some people. So I'm going to ally Cotinia, because now who is available to be allied freely? Oh, you won't go for it? I should have remembered that they actually just may not go for it. So you would still go for it. What about you? You would go for it, actually. I think I'm going to ally Araviskia. This actually draws away Latovikia even further from me, so I'm going to ally Araviskia. They're going to draw away Latobician forces over to them, hopefully. Yeah, let's go for that. And Araviskia probably isn't going to be attacked by Tariskia, because Tariskia is fighting Carnia. So these guys are a fairly safe alliance for this war. And they're also fully outside of Illyria, which I like too. So let's ally them. So the Araviscian alliance is now official. All their forces are completely out of position because they were just in a war, of course. But it's more their land being... Ooh, look at this unfortified... Oh, the AI is going to love this. Look at this, AI. You just want to go over there and siege it, don't you? Yeah, you do. You have to clear the war. They won't do it. We also have to wait 1 month. I'll wait 1 month, and they'll probably do it after a month. Yeah, they'll do it now. I had to update, so can they just do it right now? We have to wait. Okay, we still have to wait 1 month to call them in. That's fine. I'll wait 1 month to do the war. No big problem. Trade wins. The fickle seas can bring ruin or prosperity to many locales, and the city of Epidomnos appears to be reaping the rewards of a particularly good trading season this year. Let us hope this good fortune lasts. So, 30 tax in Illyria Graeca is actually a pretty good idea because there's a lot of tax to get from that. Or this in Illyria Graeca, which could honestly be even better. I like pop growth. And this is a lot of Taulantians pops getting the pop growth bonus, so I think that settles that. Alright. If I could get a granary fire event over here in Liburnia, which gives you some province happiness, that would be pretty ideal. We will see what ends up happening there. 31st of May, we can call them in now. Wait a minute! They broke their alliance with Dueria. Oh, that's very, very annoying, because I was counting on this war to get me the free... I didn't even, like, fabricate a claim, because I thought I'd get the free thing. Oh my god, okay. Now that I got a truce with them. Why did they break this alliance? What are they doing? Forget AI, I swear. I'm actually going to not claim and hope that for my War Council claim, I'll do it in a little less than 2 years, I get the Duerian land, because that is super irritating, just as I'm about to go to war. So now my Splounon fort won't play a role in this war. That is annoying. But we're going to go for it anyways. We have it all set up now. Let's take Kataria, and then we'll get the claim and go for Dueria from the War Council. Hopefully. I think it should target Dueria as a possibility. But I border a lot of people, so we'll see what happens with the War Council. Alright, here we go. Just in time for war exhaustion to be completely capped off, so that's pretty good. Okay, so now this should be, he says, a piece of cake, let's hope. Go siege on Senia. And once, I guess we could have gone for Orto play anyways, but I need to get Senia regardless. Are you full? You're not full. Okay, that's pretty good. Are you just coming up here? And let's see what we can do. That's super annoying, though. This game, I swear. Senia's under siege, good stuff. Keep an eye on if their forces appear up there. I'm going to wait to commit to Andua Tonia until I see their armies up here. I guess, actually, if it's just 2,000, right? That's probably all they have, is just 2,000. How much population is over here? This looks like a big area, but it's not going to be densely populated. Yeah, they probably don't have more than... So I'm probably actually safe to... So even though this looks like a big nation, right? They actually aren't going to have more than just the 2,000 soldiers. So I'm just going to go straight there, honestly. Because I just need to get onto Atonia, and then I can get Segestica in that peace deal. So I'm just going to go for that. Since I can't fully get Dueria in this war, I'm just not going to bother fully annexing Latobiki. I'm just going to go for this this more limited war. All right, there they are. That is fine. Okay. Irritating stuff. Now, I could use my political influence for something else, but I wanted to save it a bit for once I'm Illyria. I can make use of political influence for a number of things. That's one thing I might do. Really? Ah. Alright, I'm just going to leave it alone. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about that. Everything is cool. We are all in the clear, as we need to be. Still no children. Oh my gosh, wow, she really is chaste. How about you? I guess he only has one 14-year-old daughter. That's all he has. So it's not quite as impressive of a nuclear family as I guess I thought it looked like, because his younger daughter is dead. I guess that's still something, because I don't want my blind kid to be the king. That would be not great. Although he has a big family with sons, which for our succession purposes is a little better. I mean, just having one... I just want one good child with one good child. Like, is that so much to ask? I swear. This game is making me a terrible person. Yeah. I will. It's fine. We're fine. It's all fine. Not bad to save my political influence anyways, because I can make use of it for various things. Just got to get the seeds, then we'll be good. And we're so close to getting the War Council. I guess that being said, I don't know if the War Council will pick Dueria, because it can pick from any of my neighbors, and Dueria is not necessarily the first thing it might pick, so let's not chance it. Let's just get a claim going. I hate doing this, but I've just got to do it. I can't risk waiting for the War Council and then not having it pick Dueria. So it's actually going to finish before the War Council would even happen, so this is still faster anyways. That's fine. Okay. Alright, so this should be fine. The Senia fort wasn't fully garrisoned, so I'm just taking it basically for free. I mean, why not? May as well get this in the peace deal, too. If I'm going to be taking at the province level, we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's fine. So the Barbs just redistributed themselves in my land. That's actually repopulating kind of low-pop land, so I'm okay with that, honestly. I guess they're going to go work on that. That's pretty good. Happy to see that. Okay, so... Now, Dueria better not ally anybody like Cotinia and screw my plans up even more here. That would be irritating, but I think we should probably be in the clear. Alright, 21%. That's pretty, water shortage. That's pretty good. Happy to see that. Let's see some good rolls here. Okay. Okay, hold the phone. This is happening. What? Why? Why are you doing this, Mackinac? What? I've literally tiptoed around you. I could have swallowed you whole at any moment. Pause. And I did not. Why are you doing this, Macedon? For what reason? Yes, technically, I'm a little vulnerable from this direction. I can get to Bylus. But Epidomnos will block them, and the rest of my land is all fully fortified. I mean, the irritating thing is I'm completely distracted up here, and I'm completely out of position. Wow, okay. What is this over? Take Epirus. I mean, you want it? They want it. Ooh, I'm almost tempted to do this because I genuinely would trade Bylus. But the issue ultimately is that trading Bylus means trading away those 2,000 guys. And do I want to trade away 2,000? That being said, I can just take... I can literally fight Epirus so soon, and I'm not sure I need the extra 2,000 for these last couple wars. I needed the 6,000 for the big mountain war against the two big mountain wars against the tribes. But I'm honestly kind of, like, okay with just giving... They just want Bylus. It's one location. It's literally just causing me trouble. You know what, Macedon? I'm just going to give it to you. You know what? Because what they're going to do if I don't do this is they're just going to send their, you know, admittedly still probably, like, 6K or so Macedonian-sized levy into my land, destroy all my towns, you know, enslave a ton... And this is a, like, Taulantian population over here. So this is my core population. So I'm just going to give them Bylus, honestly. I'll come back for you, Macedon, and make you pay for this indignation. But for now, you're just welcome to just take Epirus from me, quote-unquote Epirus. So soon, I will have all the freedom in the world to come and take back the Bylus and the rest of Epirus, and then I'm going to make Macedon pay for this indignation. But let's go ahead and just go for this deal. Taulantian Epirus to Macedon. Yep, that's fine. If they just asked me and would have threatened war, I probably would have done this as well, so... That is that. That's a surprising little moment there, but okay. So now I've lost, let's see here. There they go. So there goes the extra 2,000. That's a little dangerous, but I'm not in danger of this force being damaged here. So after talking about how scary it has been so long in this whole series, I guess it finally ended up happening, so that's kind of fun. Well, fun's probably not the right word. That's kind of interesting, to be sure. Okay, well, we're so close to just getting this over with. We'll come back and make Macedon pay for this outrageous behavior. Absolutely outrageous. No, actually, you stay there. I kind of want to get Senia now because we're so close to getting the siege. So let's finish sieging this and just get this in the peace deal too. May as well. All right. So we can win the war right... Oh my gosh, that voice crack. We can win the war right now. The other nice thing is this does give us a peace deal with Macedon for a number of years. That gives us a bit more time. Again, I can probably beat Macedon if I had all my forces there and maybe I had some mercenaries helping out, but I don't want to commit all that manpower for that. Like, look, I've been so careful with my manpower. So let's just finish the siege here, just get this little bit to unify Korakin with the rest of our land, just for ease. And also, this is technically Liburnia, so my future capital province, we want to get that all under our control sooner or later. So let's just do that there. 28%, come on. Just give this to me. Nope. Water shortage, though, is good, so that's fine. Well, Macedon, I am irritated at you. I think what I want to do, actually, is when I fight Macedon, I think I want to turn them into like a puppet state or a client state just to really humiliate them. Actually, that's probably not the right gameplay decision, but I'm very tempted to do something like that. Just really, really make them suffer. Their civil war ends. Ugh, hope you have more civil wars, Macedon. You jerk. Where do they even have a civil war? They don't have enough territory to have a civil war. Absolutely disgraceful. I do think it's funny that when they finally did declare war on me, I was just able to take a peace deal immediately and avoid the whole thing. So that's good at least. That's definitely good at least. Come on. I think at this point as well, I will probably just keep my army raised before the Dwarian War, because not that far away. Oh, come on, really? This place didn't even have a full garrison. Alright, whatever. As expected, the game is throwing me curveballs right as I'm at the cusp of victory here. Yeah. The preeminent Balois Alizonid. Some say that throughout Taulantia there is one constant. The deeds and character of Balois precede him, from the villas of the capital to the shabbiest border town. Balois has risen to great prominence and position as a public servant and aristocrat, and through his legendary private soirees has the ear of everybody worth knowing in Epidamnos. Okay, so I could become friends with him. Now, Glaucius isn't long for this world, so I don't think friendship with Glaucius is super critical. I'm just going to go ahead and not get involved in that. If I was playing as Glaucius' successor, maybe I'd go for it, which I should probably note is still planned to be Taulus. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is a problem. I think at this point, I'm actually starting to get genuinely nervous about this because I don't remember with this game if you have no heirs at all, if uncles count or if they don't count. And if I get that wrong, I could be in a game over situation because I don't know if I can get Taulus to have a kid through some other means. I could do some things to switch this up, but she's not a bad character. She's just not... It's just not happening, you know? Oh, this is a really tough call. All I have to do is appoint Syros, and then we're in the clear, because he has a daughter, right? I mean, Pluritas is a better family, but Syros is a better character at this point, in terms of his traits. I never expected that this would actually be an issue so close to the end. This would also probably infuriate Taulas, but whatever, right? I gotta do what I gotta do for the safety of the nation. Come on, 42%. There we go. Let's get this over with. What? Oh, it's something happening up here, probably. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Super peace. Oh, it needs to be occupied, that's right. Let's wait a little bit. Come on. Oh, hold on, I need to get this actual... Oh, dang it. I gotta get... Yeah, that's right. Gotta actually get this under my control, slowing me down even more. I'm not playing great right now. I'm sorry about that. Alright, Dardania wants vegetables. I'll trade with Dardania. Sure. Fine with me. I guess to be fair, more less of a wait before the Dwarian War is ready, so that's kind of nice at least. But yeah, this is an irritating little end here. This should have been a big triumphant victory, but it's just got me annoyed. But yeah, that's a pretty big revolt now that I kind of look at it. All right, finally, let's go ahead and... Are we going to fully annex these guys now? I guess technically we are, right? Yeah, I think this is a full annexation because they lost all their territory to the revolt. I don't know how this works when you lose territory to a revolt, but yeah, I can't get this because it's not connectable. Oh well, I'm not concerned about fully annexing them. I'll just take all this territory. Do it like this. Yeah, I'll take all this. This is all Illyrian territory anyways, so it is good and proper for me to get it. I'll be bordering the northern edge of Illyria too, so that's pretty cool. Latobician Cataria to Taulantia and Latobician Liburnia to Taulantia. Get some aggressive expansion for this, but that's fine. We are keeping that under control. Okay. All right. So we already read what these terms were. Okay. Now you head here. You head here and just get your food up. One day goes by. All right. So let's take a look at our new territory. What do we have over here? We have a farm. I guess we'll keep that. That's fine. Over here, this fort probably can go. Yeah, this fort can go. Wait, it can't. That's right, because it's in Liburnia. But it's getting better. It's definitely getting better. Yeah, so we can't destroy the stuff because it's Liburnia. That's fine. Cataria is a fully new location, so as usual, it picked the weird policy, so let's switch it over to assimilation. And what do we have here? What is this settlement shape? Oh my gosh. All right, so keep that there. We have the entire province as well, so that's pretty nice. Okay, so where in the province do we want our provincial capital to be? I'm thinking Waldassus, because it is a farmland. Yeah, that's looking like the best option here. Does it line up with anything? Not at the moment, really, but it's the best location terrain-wise, and farmlands in Illyria are a rarity, so let's switch things over there. I guess I need to be at peace, but we'll fortify it for now. I'm technically in this war against the Latobician revolt, which is just kind of weird and glitchy. I'm not going to worry about that because I have this war with Dwaria coming up, so... Oh, white peace, okay. Yeah. Hey, that's pretty good. All right, let's switch this over now then. Literally as we're about to fight on where this front is, but that is fine. I'm okay with that. More trade goods. Nosine revolt? No. No, not you. All these revolts want to trade with me. What's going on? Catenatia will trade with you. Leather? Sure. All right. Okay, so this will probably be a good stopping point for this episode. Sorry I was a little salty in this episode, but as you saw, the game was trying to throw me off there. You know, it was trying to keep me from greatness, but nothing can keep me from greatness. Our manpower is back up to about half full on the reserves. So that's pretty good. I'm really thinking about changing my heir to Siras because of the child thing. I really am not sure what's going to happen if Taulus is the king and he has no children. He's already 47, so I'm not sure how much more time he has to even have children, even illegitimate ones. I'm very... Because this is a monarchy we're talking about, right? Like, I can't have an heir who isn't sure to have more kids. And a 15-year-old girl is better than no kids at all, right? I would be fine playing as her, honestly. Look, oh, whoa, look at those stats! Oh my god, okay. Siras is going to be the heir right now. That he has, like, this Wunderkind as his kid. Look at those stats there. 11 finesse? What? And 6 martial is pretty good, too. That's really good, because she'd be able to be... I mean, she wouldn't be, like, the queen for a very long time, assuming that she even lives that long, but you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now. No, I'm going to do it in the next episode. I want to go over time here. So, on the next episode, we will probably anoint Siras, despite all this bad behavior previously. And thank you so much for watching this episode. Hopefully next time we're also going to do some button clicking, as it were. And finally, some big things are going to happen. Not finally, but some big things are going to happen for sure. So thank you so much for watching this episode of the Taulantia Campaign. I will see you all next time.